Welcome to Seat Time, guys. This is Brian Pierce here. We're doing a little quickie with Drew Higgins. He's a badass little Texas racer. Live over in Keller, is that right?
Yes,
Keller,
I did.
Texas. Nice. Well, you just got back from doing the new Mammoth GNCC with Cole Kirkpatrick. We just wanted to find out how your weekend was. How was the race?
It was good. Me and Cole left out on Friday and picked up Zach Ingram in Little Rock. And I raced the morning race, the Sportsman A race, and I got a okay start and just tried to like work my way through the pack. And I didn't know how I was doing on like the whole race until like the last lap. I figured out I was like top five and I had a few problems with my pants falling down.
You're pulling
Had
the
a
Davy Millsaps on us?
yeah, so I had to pull it a few times and fix that, and I just it went good. It was technical track. I didn't even know how I finished till the race was over.
Yeah. Do you
It,
think that would have been, did you have anybody that was like pit boarding or anything for you? Or
uh-uh.
yeah, so that probably would have helped out a lot if you'd had something like that.
Yeah.
Do you think you could have, like, if you'd have known, you would have been able to step it up a notch and really kind of hammer down better?
Yeah, it would have been a little bit better.
Nice. Did you do the Sportsman? I know you've been to another GNCC this year. Did you do Sportsman A then, or did you race one of the 3 hour classes?
Just Sportsman A.
Okay. Why do you go Sportsman A? Just kind of like getting your feet wet?
Yeah, to see how it was like the tracks and stuff. Everybody
Yeah.
said they were so rough.
Are they?
It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, that's because
The
you didn't race the 3 hour race where
yeah,
they had all the big boys on it.
yeah,
Well, okay, so your GNCC experiences is going okay. You're having fun doing it. You're gonna do a couple more.
yeah. We're gonna try to do some more. Maybe the one in 2 weeks in Indiana.
Nice. And then
Um,
you're gonna do the National Enduro this coming weekend, right?
yes, we are.
Do you know what row you got?
I'm on row 57.
Did you see what row I got?
Yeah, you're on row 18, right?
Am I really?
It's 18 or 19.
Nice. That's awesome. I'm gonna get caught by everybody like right off the bat. That's gonna suck so bad. The cool thing is at least if I wear my helmet cam, I'll get some really good footage of getting past, right?
Uh-huh. Get some good footage.
Get some good footage for the show. It'll be fun. Well, what's next for you on the Texas circuit? I know that you've been competing in a lot of the, in all the Toros, TCCRA, some of the other events. What's coming up next in that realm?
Uh, well, I was gonna chase the TCRA, but I don't know. I already missed one now.
Yeah,
I mean, might miss more. I want to do good in that and maybe get a championship, but we're definitely gonna do Toro
yeah.
coming up.
Well, you're 15,
Yes,
right? When do you turn 16?
October.
October. So you got a while. Well, that's fun, dude. I'm really glad that you're getting to be able to move around and try all these different races and stuff like that. I think it's going to be a fun trip for us this coming weekend to
Hmm.
go to Louisiana because you're going to help me out with some of the seat time interviews, aren't you?
Yes, we are.
So if you were to ask riders questions, what would you ask them? What's the improv? Oh my gosh, there's a guy. I need to come up with a question. What's the question?
Uh,
Horrible at
how?
this. You're horrible at this.
What kind of how do you like the? Is it gonna be pro riders?
Hey, it could be whoever. We could find some awesome looking dude with a wicked mullet, with like cigarette in his hand and like a keystone or something. It's like we could come up with a good question for that guy. I'm sure.
Uh, what's up with the? I don't even know.
What's up with the mullet? Maybe that's a good
Yeah.
start. I mean, a guy like that, you're kind of like, I don't know. Do I step out of my bounds a little and kind of maybe ask him about the mullet, or does he not even know that it's a mullet? He just has his hair done by his mom every day. I mean, you don't
Yeah,
really know. So
that's a
you
possibility.
got to be careful. You don't want to push too many boundaries because getting beat up sometimes sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, most of the time it sucks, but still. So you've been
All right.
riding the 250 SX, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think of that bike over your 150?
It's a lot better, a lot more power.
Yeah. I mean, obviously it's got more power, but is there, how are you adjusting to it?
It's been all right. We finally got the suspension dialed in and stuff. It was a lot better for the GNC this weekend.
Yeah. What are some of the? Do you know who did your suspension work?
SMS.
SMS did. So it's probably Brian Story or one of his guys
Hmm.
over there.
Yeah.
Do you know what they did and what they changed to really kind of try to like valving wise to be more prepared for the rough tracks?
I think they made it like a little bit more softer
Oh, really?
with
Okay.
the back shock and the forks.
Mm-hmm. A little bit more
We
progressive.
we went out last Wednesday to the farm and made it turn better because it
Nice.
wouldn't turn hardly.
I have that problem too, but unfortunately, that's completely rider error, and it has nothing to do with bike setup. Even though Cole Kirkpatrick, last time him and I went out and rode, like this past 2 weeks ago, he was like, "What's wrong with your shock?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And when last time I had it serviced, apparently they didn't actually set my preload again on my
Uh-huh.
spring, and so they just tightened it down, and so literally the spring was turning on the bike. Like there
Oh,
was there was
geez.
no preload at all. So
Was it, that's
it,
probably rough.
yeah, it was a little awkward. He was like, "Now I know why you were having so much trouble turning," and it was literally just because the bike was riding like this. It was absolutely retarded. Well, cool, man. Well,
Man.
so you're looking forward to the National Enduro this weekend? Have you heard anything about the track?
No, I've heard nothing about
Okay,
it.
get ready for pine trees. If it's good dirt, it's gonna be nice and loamy. If it's not, it's gonna be dusty, but it's still not gonna be horrible. Lots of roots.
Uh-huh.
It's at a cool older military place, so they have these things they call the moguls, and
Oh
it's just
yeah.
like really bitching up and down all over sections. And
Hmm.
then they as well have some old buildings, and like so they have these neat like weird old roads that just don't exist, and then all of a sudden you're on a road, and then it's gone again, and it's a really really neat property to ride at. It's one of the places I rode at growing up, so I think you're gonna have a lot of fun, and I think doing all the seat time stuff regardless will be a good time, and I know your dad will be there to high five us being awesome, right?
Yeah. I heard it's a lot like Nacogdoches.
Yeah, I think Nacogdoches has a bit more sand, like
Oh yeah.
yeah, but it is a lot. It is very close to Nacogdoches. When
Uh-huh.
Nacogdoches gets dry and it gets sandy, I find that Cajun Classic doesn't get as sandy. So,
Hmm.
but it'll still be fun.
Should be
So
fun.
bring your bark busters.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Well, Drew, we appreciate the fact that you wanted to get on the internet with us and hang out, do a little quickie, if you will.
Hmm.
So seat time. We like to have fun here. We do little interviews with people all over the internet. We do a weekly video cast going through all the moto news that we like to talk about. It's just a good time. So if you guys want to catch up with any of that, seattime.co is the URL where you can find all of our information on the internet. And we're as well on Facebook, facebook.com/seattime. And we're on Twitter. If you want to tweet our Twitter handle, it's seattime_co. Drew Higgins, do you have any social media outlets that you would like to plug now?
I have Instagram. It's Higgins85. Twitter is Higgins85, and Facebook is Drew Higgins.
Nice. No, you're not like Drew Higgins 85?
No, it's Drew Higgins.
Nice. Nobody screwed that up because it sounded like it was all just going to be Higgins 85. Well, cool, man. We appreciate you taking the time. Tell your brother I said hi because I know he's sitting right there next to you.
All
And
right, well,
I'll see you this weekend, all right, man?
all right, sweet. See you soon.
Later!